Hello, I'm actually at my friend's house, which is pretty cool. I get this neat setup behind me. So, alright, we're going to be working on our neck and our back today, very specifically, and then a little bit on the hips while we're at it. So, before we get started, I want to do a light warm up. So, find yourself in your nice seated position, and you can bring your fingers onto your shoulders. So you have your elbows pointed out to the side. I'm just gonna twist back and forth here, kind of warm up our back. And you don't have to push too hard here. We're just getting those muscles warmed up. And something you can do is you can breathe out through your nose on the side. So and again, when you're here, you want to make sure you're staying nice and straight. You're not like leaning back and having a round back and you're twisting, but you're sitting nice up and straight. Your sit bones are directly under you, and you can feel that you're nice and straight while you're twisting. In this way, it'll actually be nice and healthy for you. And then also, while you're turning, turn with your neck as well. You'll get a little bit hopefully a little bit of warm up and loosening in the neck before we get to our stretches there. All right, let's do 10 more here. So 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And then as you're ready, you can kind of get yourself back to neutral. Breathing in, we're going to bring our hands up overhead. And then breathing out, we'll bring our hands down by our side or by our knees. And we're just going to get into our neck now. And so with the neck, we're just going to keep it real simple. Just look to our left. And just feel the stretch there. Breathing out. Take a breath, holding the stretch. Breathing out. And the next breath in, we can come back to center. And breathing out, turn to our right. Breathing in. Breathing out. And just really allowing that breath to be long and slow. Breathing in, come back to center. And then we will do the same but with a lateral movement. So we're going to bring our left ear to our left shoulder on the exhale. And then we can bring our hand down by our side, and we're trying to keep that shoulder down on the other side. So with bringing our left ear to our left shoulder, we're bringing the right shoulder down, because you can tell that's where our stretch is coming in. And so when we pull over, we might want to bring our shoulder with us because we're tugging on that muscle. But by bringing our right hand down by our side, we keep that right shoulder down, so we can get that nice stretch through the side of the neck and into the shoulder. So take a few breaths here. And again, when we take those long breaths, especially a longer exhale, it tells the body that we're relaxed and that this is safe and that there's no danger. And that way we can send that signal to our muscles, and they will be much more likely to loosen and lengthen instead of tighten and shock when we're kind of pulling on them like this. And then we can breathe in, come back to center, breathe out to the other side, right ear coming to our right shoulder, and our left hand can reach out to the side. And just with the kind of notice and intention of dropping the shoulder, keeping it low. And again, take a few of those really nice, deep, and slow breaths. And when you're ready, we come back up, inhaling back to center. And always you can take a moment to kind of reset and neutralize. Feel into your neck. Maybe you want to twist back and forth a little bit. Maybe you want to do a slight head roll to the bottom. Just whatever your neck is kind of telling you. So part of the practice of yoga is really like listening to the body and kind of being able to feel into what it is suggesting. As they say, the body knows. They talk about this thing, like this concept of body wisdom. There's a lot of little nuances in that. So next we'll bring our chin to our chest. Just bring that as close to the chest as you can. And I'm sure you're feeling it in the back of your neck here. But this is great. And just remember to take those really deep breaths in. Oftentimes that deep breath can kind of deepen the stretch. And then your next inhale, you can bring your head back up nice and slow, look up to the ceiling. And on your exhale, bring it back down to your chest. Enjoying the little pause in your day here. Inhaling back up, looking to the ceiling, and then exhaling back to neutral. Maybe do a little head roll at the bottom. And then we're going to do our last neck exercise here. And we're going to bring our left arm up, point that elbow 45 degrees, bring your nose in alignment with that, and your eyes looking at the elbow. Grab your head and you can pull your head down at that 45-degree angle. And again, we can play with our shoulder to see what might give us more feeling in that muscle being stretched. You can even play with rotating that arm. And what happens if your palm is open on that right hand, and what happens if your palm is twisted the other way, more closed. For me, for what makes sense, is if you rotate that right hand to the outside, keeping the palm open, you're going to be stretching that muscle even a little bit more on the outside of the shoulder. And then inhaling, we can come back up and do whatever your neck wants to do to kind of come back to normal. I know when I do these stretches, it always feels a little bit like when I come back up, it still feels like it's being stretched and it wants to loosen and relax a little bit. All right, and then when you're ready, you can bring that right hand up, point that elbow at the 45 degrees, get your nose and eyes in alignment. You can grab your head and start pulling down. Bring that left arm and hand out to the side, and then play around here as well. Just see what it is. And again, check your posture. Make sure you're sitting kind of like on your sit bones. Your hips are under you. You have your back fairly straight. And then feeling into the stretch. We'll just hang out here for 2 more breaths. And then you can, next inhale, bring your head back up. Play around with your neck again. Make it happy. In fact, let's just do a couple of lower head rolls. So our neck vertebrae, it's called the atlas, the vertebrae that actually, kind of the neck where the head is sitting on and allows for the rotation. And it's only it's not a lot of people do like a full head roll. And it's not great for us to do a whole circular head roll because it's not a ball and socket joint like our hips or shoulders. So it's not meant to do a full like circular rotation like that. It's just more like a hinge joint. So we can kind of go back and forth and and rotate side to side. But keeping it just to the bottom, we do a bottom head roll, and then play around with that. Breathing in on the way up on one side, breathing here up on the other side, breathing out down to center, breathing up while we reach the other side, breathing down, we go to center, and breathing up as we come to the other side. And just kind of continue that rhythm for a moment. And the slower you go, the better that stretch and release is going to be. And I know you are feeling this one, but this is really great because you can feel it kind of almost massaging all of the muscles as you're going side to side. And then whenever you're ready, come back up to center, right? And then we're gonna inhale, bring our hands up overhead. We're gonna bring that right hand to our right knee, left hand to our side or behind us, and we're gonna put that twist in, just wherever we can get to. We wanna look with we wanna turn our head and try to look as behind us as possible. Maybe that just means we're looking to our left, maybe it means we're actually looking behind us. Just wherever we are. And again, make sure that back is nice and straight. You can like adjust your hips so that your sit bones are directly underneath you. And then the more you do this, the more comfortable you'll feel with the position, and the more you'll be able to notice within your own body. And then inhale, come back up, hands overhead. And then exhale, left hand to the right knee, right hand to the side or behind. And then finding that deep breath when we're here also allows us to deepen that stretch along the spine and through the ribs. And on that exhale, we might be able to twist a little bit deeper or further. But again, we're not here to push ourselves to our limits. We want to feel that stretch around a 5 and not more than a 7. And then our next inhale, we can come back up to center. And just as best you can, we can fold forward. So just bring your hands out, see if you can get your fingertips on the ground. Maybe you can get your palms on the ground. And we're hinging from our hips here, from the waist. So we're not rounding out and folding, and crumbling. Shoulder is open and up, head is up, and we're folding with a straight back from the waist, just like a hinge. And so feel that stretch for a couple breaths here. Inhaling, come on up. We're just going to switch our legs. Whatever's on bottom, bring to top. Whatever's on top, bring to bottom. Hands up overhead, inhaling. And then exhale, we're just going to do that full forward. Chest open, back straight. Keeping the head up can help keep the chest open and keep the back straight before we're able to find that pose, and then we can relax our head a little bit too. Inhaling, we can come back up, hands overhead. Bring those legs out in front of you, and we're going to bend those knees in, and we're going to tuck our head between our knees. And we're going to feel that all the way through our back, depending on how tight we are right now. But doing all that neck work and the back twist kind of prepares us for this one. We might be able to get more out of it. But yeah, we're going to hang out here for 30 seconds. This is a really great one. It'd be awesome if you do this every morning and every night. And I have a little sequence here for kind of finding length along the spine. hang on here for another 10, 9, 7, 5, 3, and 1. Breathing in, you can come back up, extend those legs out just a little bit. We're gonna have a bend in the knees, kind of like put them halfway between full length, and bent knee, put it halfway out. And then from here, again, as best you can, fold with that straight back, nice and flat, hinging from the hip. And then bring yourself down to, you can get that like a shirt, or you can get a like a belt or a strap, and you can help keep yourself nice and steady by holding that around your feet. And then from there, you can round out after coming in with the straight back. You come in as far as you can, got yourself held there with your strap, or you're grabbing your feet, and then you can round the back out. And you're going to feel that even more through your mid and lower back. Then you hang out here for 30 seconds. Then on an inhale, you can come back up. You can extend that out even a little bit more. And now we're going to work on the hamstrings. And so again, get that strap and just kind of pull yourself in. Remember, keep the back nice and straight. We're not going to round it out at all. We're going to keep it nice and straight. And you're going to hold yourself here and feel that stretch through your hamstrings, right on the bottom of your legs. And when we loosen up our hamstrings, it's part of getting our lower back. When our hamstrings are really tight, it's going to be pulling, on our hips, pulling us backwards and creating some tension in our lower back. But there's a lot of connections between the whole body. So all of this will help out with that lower back. And then inhaling, we come back up. We can bring our legs back in. We're going to do just a quick side to side here. Inhaling, our back twist, right? We're going to just twist to our left, right hand to our left knee, just for a breath or two. Inhaling, coming up. Exhaling, twist to our right, left hand to our right knee. And now our favorite, we're going to do a nice side stretch. So bring the hands up. Again, find that kind of resetting the back. Bring our hands parallel to the ground, out to our sides. And we're going to bring that left hand just leaning to our left. Bring that left hand down. Bring the right hand up. You're going to feel that stretch all along your right side. And that's going to help stretch your latissimus dorsi, which is a huge lower back muscle. It's going to help stretch some through the ribs here, a little bit of the erectus spinae, which is like kind of the muscles going along the spine. It's also going to get into what's called the quadratus lumborum, which is underneath the surface muscles in the lower back. And this is going to be super, super awesome. It's going to feel really good. I mean, you want to, or if you can, over time you get deeper, you can bring that elbow down and reach up overhead, and you can eventually reach to the side. But just stay wherever is feeling good for you right now. But over time, you can see where progress takes you. Inhaling, we can come back up, and we're going to fall to the other side. Bring that right hand down, left hand can come up. And again, you can also, like in this position, you can look straight out in front of you, keeping your spine and neck in the same line, or you can look up towards that left hand, getting that twist in the neck a little bit through the back. But just see what feels good for you in this moment. For me, I'm just going to look straight ahead. Again, inhaling, come back up. We're gonna just switch those legs, whatever was on top, bring to bottom. That's our nice 20-minute timer. So we got a few more exercises, and we're gonna be calling it a great, great morning if you're doing it in the morning. So put that, if you did your leg switch, beautiful. We're gonna fall to our left again. Feel that stretch, and you'll notice whatever leg is on the inside, it's much easier to keep that hip down. You can see my hip is coming up because this is my outside leg and I don't have enough flexibility in those muscles. But I can still feel it nice along the sides. Inhaling, we come back up, hands overhead, hands parallel, and we're falling to the other side. Bring that left hand up overhead. And really feel that stretch through the side body. Along with that, head between the knees, find length through the spine. I think this is your number 2 most important exercise. And then inhaling, come back up, hands overhead. We're gonna do one more here. We're just gonna bring our fingers intertwine and then reach them out in front of us. And what we're trying to do is we're gonna feel our scapula moving away. We're pulling everything to the outside. So we're kind of rounding out the shoulders there. And we're bringing the shoulder blades out. I'm not sure how well you can see, but I'm gonna see if they come through for you. But keep it going right now. Maybe you can see the scapula a little bit, and we're just kind of, instead of scapula in, we're just spreading them out. Really, really out. And then on that breath in, we're going to bring our hands in and elbows by our side, and we're squeezing. We're really squeezing the scapula here. And then exhaling, we're going to bring our hands back, clasped together, reaching out in front of us. You can bring your neck slightly, bring your chin a little bit closer to your chest and loosen and lengthen the neck. And then inhaling, squeeze the scapula in again. Exhaling, bringing those hands out. Last one. Just hold here for another 10, 9, 7, 5, 3, and 1. Bring those hands in again. Squeeze the scapula. And exhale. A nice little exercise you can do. You can like a little warm up if you're feeling really tight in your back and you feel those muscles really kind of aching. Something you can do. This is an exercise from Qigong, but you do that, bring the shoulders, bring the shoulder blades in with the elbows down by the side, right? And then you can round them out like this, and you just go back and forth, breathing in and breathing out, in and out, in and out. And this is just a really nice way to warm up those muscles. And it'll, over time, reduce and reduce and reduce. So that's really great. So awesome. I think your back's going to be feeling really awesome in this moment. So take a second. We're going to lie down, Shavasana, the end of our practice. Just going to hang out here. And what they say in yoga is this is the most important part of the practice because it allows your body to kind of take in everything that we've done. So hang out here, and we're just going to do a little bit of breath work to end our session. So just find your breath, breathing in and out through the nose. And just check in, how do you feel right now? How does your body feel? What emotions might you be feeling? And then we'll come into our square breathing. So we're going to breathe in for 4 seconds. We're going to hold for 4 seconds. Exhale for 6. Then hold for 2. And we're just going to do a few rounds here to finish out. So breathe in through your nose for 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold. 4, 2, 1. Let it out for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And hold. 2, 1. In. 3, 2, 1. And hold. 3, 2, 1. And out. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And hold. 2, 1. Breathe in. 3, 2, 1. And hold. 3, 2, 1. And out. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And hold. 2, 1. Breathe in. 1. And hold. 1. And out. 1. And hold. All right, you can find that natural breath. And as you're ready, you can wiggle your fingers and wiggle your toes. Bring those knees into your chest. Really feel that right here. And if you'd like, we can even do a little stretch now. Bring that, keep the right knee in, extend the left leg out. Bring that right knee over our left leg and find that nice supine twist. And you can even, reach that right hand to the side. Bring your gaze also to your right. And just allow that left leg to fall over, your right leg to fall over your left. You should feel it through your back, maybe even more on the lower back. But the key here is to keep both shoulders on the floor. Breathing in, come back up. Bring in the left knee, extend the right leg, pull that left knee in, and then allow it to fall to the right. Bring that left shoulder back down. You can bring your left arm out to the side or put it in cactus. Bring your right hand to that left knee and help guide it. Bringing it down just a little bit. Nice and relaxed, feeling good that we're taking care of ourselves, taking care of our body, knowing all the work it gives us, all the hard things we ask it to do. And then breathing in, we can come back to center. Bring those knees in one more time. And as you wish, get up to your seated position. I hope you enjoyed our video. Thanks so much for, watching and doing it. Give me any feedback that you like. And I hope you have a nice, wonderful day. And namaste. Appreciate it.